Welcome back to the reign of Megatron, and we are going to be reviewing what is considered the worst Transformer ever made. Yeah, if you've seen TJ Omega's YouTube channel, you probably already know what this one is. If not, I have the displeasure to show you Titanium Megatron. Now then, on the box when I got this, it was advertised as the G.I. Joe versus Transformers Megatron from the Dreamwave comic. Yeah, he never took this form in that comic. And I picked it up, thought it looked okay, and that was kind of a mistake on my part. Now then, I didn't absolutely hate him out of the box, but it just felt hindered compared to some of the other Transformers I had, especially at the time. It has wheels, but they don't really work too well because of the weight on the wheels, because they're plastic wheels and there is a lot of die cast. In fact, that's the whole point of these titanium figures, is that the vast majority of pieces are die cast metal. This is, I believe, plastic here and here. This part is metal. Plastic, metal, metal, metal. Lots of metal. His turret moves up and down. This little gun rotates, and that's about it. This doesn't rotate at all. There's this little tray here that holds his robot mode hands in place, which keeps it from rotating whatsoever. And there's that little tab, which is supposed to hold it in place, but it just gives it a really big gap under there. I mean, if this could fit down further, I could call it an armored vehicle of some kind, but it's supposed to be a tank, and the turret doesn't rotate at all. I mean, we saw this with the Leader Class Megatron for Combiner Wars. They were able to get a rotating turret with how the transformation works, and yeah, let's get down to transformation, shall we? Gotta unpeg the sides, and yeah, this clip is well known for popping out. So I gotta clip it back in. Pop this side out. And we gotta tab the torso bits together. Now then, on mine, these hold really well. But for most of these, this does not tab in too well at all. We fold out the feet. We unfold the arms. Fold this panel down. Rotate the head, which is a really tight joint. At least I can use mine. Others cannot get this neck joint to work at all. Then we fold his arms down. We pull out the arms the rest of the way. Fold out the hands. Again, this joint right here pops out a lot. I rarely ever had this joint pop out on mine, but then again, mine is the exception, not the rule. Then we take this little cannon and just mount it on his shoulder, and there we have Titanium Megatron in his robot mode. And yeah, not the greatest Megatron, really. His chest is very flatly detailed. There's this piece right here that's sculpted outward, but for the most part, it just doesn't look nice. In fact, if it wasn't for some of the dust on this, it almost looked like it was just a flat painted on section. Now then, articulation, he has somewhat universal shoulders, but they don't hold too well. They hold better on mine than most, but it doesn't take much to make it flop. He has a ball jointed elbow, which holds pretty tight on mine. He has a pivot on his wrist. It looks like it might be a ball joint in there, but it is not. It is just a swivel. And of course, the other arm is also kind of the same thing. And you can see this transformation joint is very floppy. His hips, that's about as far as you're going to get his hips. They don't move outward at all. And his knees barely move to even register as a pose. Now then, if I'm really good at this, I could get an angle that his arms can actually hold in so they don't flop down. But he's not really a good Megatron at all. No waist articulation, the head barely works, the joints barely hold together. My joints hold better than most, apparently. I mean, when I originally got this, I thought this was supposed to be like a display piece, not something to be played with a whole lot. Yeah, but looking at other titaniums since I got this thing, it's just not a good Megatron at all. And while there are bad Transformers, this just doesn't feel right. It's really hefty too, because you can tell legs are die-cast, torso's die-cast, arms have die-cast in them. And I have GoBots with die-cast in them that transform better, that hold better, that pose better. And as you can see, his pelvis is actually holding on pretty nicely on mine, but for others it just pops out pretty easily. I don't know why mine is so snug of a fit, but others don't. And yeah, no waist articulation either due to transformation. So yeah, that is Titanium Megatron. Only as a curiosity if you really need to get every Megatron, but other than that, I would avoid this one. Anyway, the reign of Megatron is almost over. We have one more to go, and it's the big one. The one I have been wanting to review for a while, and I finally got my damn hands on it. Anyway, hope to see you guys again next video. Bye.